James Kalm, the guy on the bike, and we are going to run into Zwirner. And I'm very excited because we're going to take a look at an exhibition by Bridget Riley. I was very excited when I heard about the show, and I made a beeline here through the mist. And well, I just asked Franklin Evans whether this show had a title, you know, whether it was a specific group of years, and he said it was just a general survey. This piece is titled Burnished Sky 1985, oil on 64 by 53 inches. And well, this is a big show. I'm going to try to keep moving through here. I have been a fan of Bridget's work for years, and of course I liked it when it was in the early pop art phase, and maybe we'll see some of that. But I like the stripe paintings as well. There's a lot of great color things happening here. I was thinking about a couple of other great stripe painters. Gene Davis was one of them. And it's just kind of a nice format. Let's look at the surface here. Now, as I understand it, a lot of these things, she doesn't even touch these anymore. She has them fabricated by technicians. Oh, this is nice. So each gallery's got a little bit different theme. It's kind of like a herringbone plaids. I think that you could say that Bridget has got a great color sense, and in a lot of ways kind of maybe even set the tone for the kind of fashionable colors of an era. It's titled Themes of Change, 1986, 62 by 58. And well, it's interesting, all of the pieces that I've looked at so far are oil. This is out there. (1987). Oh, this is punchy. This is Vespertino. Okay. Well, I like the black and white, and it's got a lot of good things I can borrow. This is High Sky. Well, as I was saying, Bridget is one of the stars of what became known as the op art movement, and it's kind of ironic. Op art came along about a year after pop art, and I think part of the reason it was so popular was because it had the kind of a poetic relationship to the titles, op and pop. But whereas pop kind of was assimilated by mass media very fast because it basically was mimicking mass media. I think op art, I think maybe because a lot of the people that were doing it were from London, kind of ended up being associated more with fashion. This is titled Reflection Number 2, 1994. This is nice for a change. We've got some arcs in here. Lagoon 2. is 1997, 58 by 78 inches. And I don't know, I kind of appreciate the pieces that have a little more contrast. Well, we'll take a quick run through some of the works on paper. I'm not going to give you the titles, but most of these are gouache and pencil on paper. Boy, horizontal stripes. It's titled Sanito Blue. Oh, 2013. These do have a pretty immaculate surface. You know, there's not a lot of chunks or bumps or visible brush strokes. Although there is a kind of a maybe a little variation in the matte versus shiny. Oh, I like the shoes. Okay. The black and whites. Gosh, it's nice the way that everybody kind of dressed to match the paintings. Well, this is more like her early work that she was recognized for in the mid-60s. This is Russell. Number 4. 73 by 77. And, well, I like the pop artwork that she did. And I remember reading a review where one of the local art people said that the art was kind of like a fascist of the eyes. It kind of was doing mechanical things that you couldn't control, so your eye was forced to do different things. This is actually interesting. Look at the wavy lines. So we've got the wavy line, and then it goes straight, and then it comes back down and waves again, and well, yeah, we used to take a toke and say, baby, look at this and see if you can trip out. It's a large piece. Very attractive crowd. It's called Claire Obscure. 2015 acrylic and APF polyester support. Okay, so this is not oil on canvas, and well, it does have a different surface, very matte, and yeah, extremely precise. Well, I have to assume this one is Russell number 4. Some interesting design elements. Her kind of a white margin around the edge is a nice graphic device. The way that these black forms are kind of cut off, and the wavy lines contrasting with the straight lines on the sides of the triangles. Well, I'll come and take a quick sweep of the final gallery. is titled Red with Red 1. 2007 oil on linen, 66 by 98. And, well, you've been watching the Kalm reports. Last week we covered the Frank Stella retrospective at the New Whitney. And I guess you could almost classify some of Frank's early stripe pieces in with the op art painting at the time, but I don't think Frank at that point had really gotten into these kinds of luscious colors. And this is nice. We've got very closely keyed reds, of a red slipping into a magenta versus a red slipping into a vermilion. This is another fairly large piece. This is 76 by 153 inches, titled Painting with Verticals. And again, we've got some nice kind of toned down shades. But I think Bridget spends a lot of time designing the compositions, and they almost have an architectural quality. And whoever is fabricating or doing the actual hands-on painting knows how to put down a nice flat paint surface. Well, this piece was recommended to me when I came in. This is painted directly on the wall. And this actually kind of does relate to Frank Stella in that this was right after his Protractor series. Frank started doing these paintings where he would kind of cut away the backgrounds. And this is nice, the way that the wall is actually a very important part of the composition. Maybe the most important part. This is graphite and acrylic on plaster.
Just wondering what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the painting.
Fabulous, and I want to hear you.
Well, I was just commenting, this kind of makes me think, have you seen the Frank Stella retrospective at the Whitney?
Yes, I did.
So you know the work that he started doing, I guess around 63, 64, where he was kind of taking his shapes but cutting them out of a rectangle and just leaving the kind of the abstract shapes as the canvas. That's what I'm thinking this makes me think of with the white wall that she's left behind her forms there. Want to hear some more?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'm going to go over and look at this piece. Well, we do what we can. This is called Reve, R Extended EVE 1999, oil on linen. I think there's also a whole school of British abstract painters that deal with these kinds of hard-edged, very flat surfaces. This is James Kalm reporting on Bridget Riley here at Zwirner, 525 West 19th Street in Chelsea. Thank you, Kate. you.